Hello and namaste everyone. I am Ranjan Dhakal. Hello class 5. How are you? Now today I am here again with continuing the chapter of fractions, and in the previous week we learned about additions and multiplications of fractions. Their simplifications, different types of fractions, like, unlike. Now here today I am going to continue the video with multiplications, divisions of fractions, and the reciprocals of fractions or reciprocal of a number. Now let's get started. Now multiplying, whenever we have to multiply the fractions, then what we do is we multiply the numerator together, we multiply the numerator together, and we multiply the denominator together and write the answer. That means, let us suppose there are two fractions. A by b is the one fraction and c by d is another fractions. Now a is numerator here and c is numerator here in second fraction. Now when we multiply these two, what we get? A into c, and b denominator in first fraction, d denominator in second fractions. That means now when we have to multiply b and d and keep in denominator of the resultant. Let's get an example, some of the examples. Now here I am with the multiplication of a fractions of a whole number. Now the whole number, it's 6. That means we suppose 6 means if we have to convert it into a rational number or a fraction, it becomes 6 divided by 1. 6 means 6 divided by 1. Now that means 6, before multiplying the numerator and numerator, denominator and denominator, here I have simplified. That means we can, since there is a multiplication, we can cancel. 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8. Now here is 5 and 3. That means it will numerator multiply. That means 5 into 3 15, and 4 into 1 is 4. Now since this fraction is improper fraction, we can convert it into mixed fractions also, where if we divide 15 by 4, it will be 4 3s are 12 and 3 will be remainder. That means 4 3s are 12, 3 in the whole number, and 3 is remainder. That's why 3 in the numerator. The denominator is same. Let's move to another whole number coming in front. That means 3 means 3 by 1. Now let's multiply 3 and 3, numerator and numerator. 3 3s are 9, 1 4s are 4. Now let's get another example with multiplication of mixed fractions, mixed number. Here the first mixed fractions is 2 whole 3 by 5. What we have to do is we have to convert this mixed number into mixed fractions into improper fraction first. That means here in first case, 5 into 2 plus 3, 5 2s are 10 plus 3, 13 by 5. Here again 5 into 2, 5 2s are 10 plus 1, 11 by 2. Now let's multiply the numerator and numerator, denominator and denominator. We'll get 13 into 11, 5 into 10. 13 into 11, please do this in rough, you will get 143. Now divide by 10. Now if this is improper fraction, that means if we have to convert it into a mixed fraction, we divide 143, divide by 10. Now it will be 10 14s are 140. That means 14 in the whole, and the remainder will be 3. That remainder we write in the numerator. The denominator is same. That means 14 3 by 10. There is another examples too. I have continued in the same way. Now before moving on to division, we must know what is the concept of reciprocal of a number. Now reciprocal means dividing by the number to 1. That means 1 divided by a. If there is a number a, then its reciprocal is 1 divided by a. If there is a reciprocal, if the number is 2, then its reciprocal will be 1 divided by 2. If we divide 1 by the number, we will get the reciprocal. It's a reciprocal. And a very common method of finding the reciprocal is just changing their position of numerator and denominator. Here let's take a rational number, let's take a fractions. Now it's 4 by 5. Now 4 is in numerator, 5 is in denominator. Now let's exchange their position. 5 moves to numerator and 4 moves to denominator. That means now 5 by 4 is the resultant. Now 5 by 4 is the reciprocal of 4 by 5. if we had to take another example, 1 by 2 is reciprocal of 2. If it's 1 by 2, let's change, it will be 2 by 1. Simply 2. I hope this is really helpful to find the reciprocal, and why the concept of reciprocal is needed, because it is very much necessary while finding the division of the fractions, because we invert the fractions while finding the divisor and change the sign of division to multiplications. Let me clarify these clearly, more clearly, with the help of an example. Now let's look. A divided by B is divided by 6 by D. Sorry, C by D. Here the divisor is C by D. That means this A by B is divided by C by D. Now what we do is we change this divide into multiply. Then the divisor C by D we multiply. The sign is changed. That means we write the reciprocal. Now C by D means its reciprocal will be inverted D by C. Now we can use the multiplication of a fraction, A into D, B into C. It's very simple. Change the sign of multiplication to the sign of division to the multiplication and write the reciprocal of the number. It's very easy. Let's take with an example. 3 by 4 divided by 2 by 7. The first integer, first fraction, keep as it is, 3 by 4. Change division to multiplication. Then change the divisor 2 by 7. Flip, change, it's right in the reciprocal. That means change the position of numerator and denominator. 2 by 7, instead of 2 by 7 we write 7 by 2. Now 3 7s are multiplication, 21, 4 2s are 8. In today's videos we learn how to multiply the fractions, how to divide the fractions using the concept of reciprocal of a fractions, reciprocal of a number. I hope this is very clear, and if there is anything, I request all of you to text me. Till we meet again, in next video we'll be there with some more interesting videos. Till then, stay safe, bye bye, have a good time ahead.